How to manifest mini miracles. Who is Gary Evans? I'm 24 and originally from the United Kingdom and am presently living a life that I couldn't even dream about a few years ago. My home is located out in beautiful Costa Rica where I run and operate my own internet-based business. Several years ago I was up to my eyeballs in debt. At one point I was in as much as £20,000 of debts and was working a dead-end job for a large bank in the UK. I hated every minute of it and I was constantly living in fear with my ever-growing amount of debt weighing on my shoulders. Having so much contrast gave me great clarity to know what I did want to live. After several years working at the bank, I started to attract powerful information about the law of attraction. After studying and applying what I had learned about universal laws, I now live out a life that I only ever thought was possible in movies. I no longer live in fear or with debt, instead I live a life worth living. Since 2006, I have been teaching people who attract this information how to properly utilize the law of attraction so that they see tangible results in their life too. I love to see people succeed on their own, and whether it's my calling in life or not, I enjoy sharing what I've learned about the law of attraction. Purpose of this report. I'm sharing these secrets with you because of a personal mission I've set myself. You see, within just a short couple of years I've been able to effectively use the law of attraction to create a dream life. By simply dropping thoughts, I can deliberately design my day-to-day experiences. However, this is not the case for everyone. There are so many people struggling to create what they want from life. So I've decided to share what I know about the law of attraction, and how I successfully apply it into my own life. Page 3. Many of you who are reading this report will have seen the DVD, The Secret, but the documentary doesn't provide you with a platform on which you can grow and further develop your manifestation skills. I personally believe that The Secret isn't an instructional DVD at all. It's an introduction to the law of attraction and an introduction to what's possible. Because of this, there is a massive gap between those people who have watched the film and those people who are actually deliberately designing a life they want to live. My vision is to provide overwhelmed individuals with clear, concise and easy to understand methods that take you through every step needed to deliberately create an existence worth living. This report is just one way in which I can get this information out there for everyone to benefit from. Getting back to basics. As you read through this report, you're going to very quickly see that creating your own reality really is very simple. Nothing that you're about to learn is hard work. In fact, if it is hard work, then you're not going about it correctly. That's not to say that any of this is common sense. Because it isn't. There's a lot of theory floating around cyberspace that explains in great detail how all of this law of attraction stuff actually works, and when I was just starting out, I bought into the fact that if I knew the theory side to it, then it would help me to attract some things that I wanted. I was wrong. Theory is great if you like to learn about why it works, yet theory won't get you results. Action will. The sooner you realize this, the better it will be for you. By action I mean taking physical and non-physical actions to yield results. I recommend that you leave the theory and learning why it works the way it does until after you've become good at manifesting. Manifestation is a skill just like riding a bike. You need to train yourself to do it, and once you've gotten good at it, it becomes second nature to you. You don't need to know how a car engine works in order to drive a car, and it's the same with the law of attraction. Page 4. Why letting go is vital to your success. Instead of diving into theory and telling you why the law of attraction works the way it does, I'm going to be discussing the action you need to take in order to bring about the manifestations. You will learn a little theory, but my main focus is on getting you to a point where you feel confident in knowing what you need to do to start deliberately creating. After all, that's why you're reading this report. You want results, and I want them for you too. If you've known all about the law of attraction for any amount of time, you've probably heard people say that you need to let go of your desires in order to see them manifest. Others say that you should visualize them every single day until they manifest. My own opinion on the matter is that, letting go, is one of the most important stages in the manifestation process. If you can't let go of the attachment to the desire itself, you won't ever be able to see it manifest for you. A lot of people want to manifest more money, but because they really need to manifest the money, they find it difficult letting the desire go and releasing it to the universe. You see, you create in two different stages. The first stage of creation happens when you form the desire. As you see an unpaid bill, you immediately form the desire of wanting more money. It's automatic and it happens without you ever realizing that you're asking for more money. However, if you stay in this mode and never move forward, you're always going to be wanting. Wanting can never attract to you what you want, since wanting is the opposite of having it. It is the lack of it. The second part of the creation process is when you get into alignment with your desires. Getting into alignment is what will bring the manifestation into the physical world. Holding on to the desire and staying in the desire-forming stage won't. If you want to manifest anything into the physical world, you've got to move out of the desire-forming stage and into the alignment stage. Page 5. The magical alignment stage. There are two ways in which you can become aligned with your desires. They are, believing. Feeling good. Believing, when you have massive expectation and actually begin to believe that you have what you're asking for. In that moment you will become perfectly aligned with what it is you want, and so the law of attraction matches like with like and ultimately yields you the stuff. I feel that believing is the hardest way of getting into alignment since it requires a lot of focused attention on a specific. Of course, things happen in my own life every day simply because I believe they will happen. But deliberately changing my beliefs around things like money is no easy achievement. Affirmations and vision boards are example processes that are used to get yourself believing your desire is already here. Personally, I prefer to spend most of my own time using the second method of becoming aligned with my desires. Feeling good. Most newcomers to the law of attraction don't think I'm serious when I tell them that all they have to do is feel good and they will manifest the stuff they want. It really is that easy. The law of attraction doesn't hear or see your thoughts. It responds to your vibration, which is primarily affected by your feelings. If you feel good, then in that moment you're in alignment with everything that you consider to be good. That includes more money, the 5-bedroom home, the new car, love relationships, better health, etc. Some examples of feel-good processes are meditation, walking, singing, painting, dancing, petting your cat, etc. Page 6. Thoughts become things. It is often believed that it is our thoughts that have all of the attraction power to create the things we want. We drop thoughts, the universe picks those thoughts up, and responds to them by giving us what we want. Your thoughts do play an important role in the creation process, however it isn't your thoughts alone that are causing the attraction process. It's actually your vibration. Everything in the universe is made out of the same substance. Energy. If you observe anything on planet Earth through a powerful microscope, you will see a dance of energy vibrating at incredible speeds. Every single thing on this planet has a different vibrational range. My arm and your arm would have a similar vibrational frequency, yet the vibration would not be identical. And if we observed a rock versus your arm, you would notice two very different vibrational frequencies altogether. Your hand has a specific vibration, a sound has a vibration, light has its own varying vibrations, a stone or a rock has a vibration. Everything has its own unique vibration. Some things vibrate faster than others. For example, a rock has a slower vibration than your hand, yet the rock is still vibrating energy. Page 7. Your emotions lead the way. Giving your attention to your words and thoughts is very important. since they are connected in determining what you will attract. Yet, it's your feelings that are primarily affecting what your vibration is. This is the reason why I provide so much emphasis on your feelings. If the way you feel determines what you're going to experience, then it makes perfect sense to give more of your attention to the way you feel. When you feel good, all of the things that you consider to be good are in alignment with you. There is no need to keep on thinking about your desires over and over again. Once you've decided upon what it is that you want, your work is now to get into alignment with your desire. As I've already discussed, you can do this by believing your desire is here with you right now, or you can simply feel good. It doesn't matter if you use one method of alignment, or whether you use both methods, the outcome will always be the same. If you get yourself into alignment with your desires and do not fall back into the asking mode, then what you want will enter your life experience. No exceptions. Follow your feelings. Always. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt a bad vibe in the atmosphere? This phenomenon is your emotions giving you guidance that is warning you of impending unwanted experiences. Every emotion you feel is a response to something you're doing or thinking. When you feel positive emotions, that is a signal that whatever you're giving your attention to will bring you more joy. The opposite is also true. When you feel negative emotion, this is a signal that whatever it is you're giving your attention to, is not in alignment with the things that you want. Think of your emotions like a traffic signal. You are constantly being given guidance as to whether you should move towards something, or move further away from it. Page 8. When you see a red light, when you experience negative emotion, you should stop and immediately change whatever it is you're giving your attention to. And when you see a green light, when you feel positive emotion, you should move towards it because it's a sign that more joy is on the way. Some people also call this positive good feeling inside. Inspiration. When something feels so right to you, you will experience an inner knowing that whatever it is you're pondering is the right action for you to take. And so you should go with that feeling and take action. I refer to this as inspired, in spirit. Action. By following these signals, you are able to move through life effortlessly and joyously. The reason why most people fail to attract what they want. Over my years of observing and coaching people to use the law of attraction, I've noticed that there are primarily three things that people do that causes them to attract the opposite of what they want. Let's start by diving into each of these three things to ensure you no longer make these mistakes. 1. Expect it not to work. Those who expect good experiences, enjoy good experiences. Your expectation about something happening or not is very powerful. When you expect hot running water, you experience it. When you expect an abundance of food at your supermarket, you experience it. When you expect a constant flow of electricity, you experience it. You have many beliefs and many expectations that really do serve you well. We all expect food, water, electricity, transport, etc. And so we experience it. You also have expectations and beliefs that don't serve you well. Page 9. When you doubt money to flow to you effortlessly, that is your experience. When you doubt that you can heal your body through thought, that is your experience. When you doubt miracles to show up frequently, that is your experience. And so, because your beliefs and expectations around a subject are so strong, you experience whatever you believe to be so. This is why it's recommended that you start off manifesting something simple like a cup of coffee or a car parking space. The cup of coffee or parking space is something you have little resistance about happening, and so it's a good place to start. We'll talk more about your beliefs and how you can restructure them so you're no longer held back by them later on in this report. 2. Don't generate enough good feeling emotion. In order to translate a thought in your mind into the physical equivalent, you're going to need to mix emotion with the thought in order for that thought to magnetize and ultimately become tangible. Without mixing a thought with emotion, the thought will never have the power to materialize. Your subconscious mind can be likened to a radio station transmitter. It picks up and sends out signals which are received by the universe. The thoughts that are mixed with emotion, whether it be positive or negative emotion, are then sent to your subconscious mind where it transmits those thoughts to the universe in a vibration. Page 10. Those thoughts that are mixed with lots of emotion have much greater power than those thoughts that are sent with little or no emotion. By simply noticing that you are in a bad mood and noticing that you are sending out negative emotions, it gives you the clarity and knowledge that in that moment you're going to be creating something unwanted. The more you observe these moments of negative emotion, the more conscious you will become, and so it gives you the opportunity to change what you're giving your attention to and begin to feel better emotions. Your emotions are a powerful indicator continuously guiding you through your life experience. Use the negative emotions as a sign to switch what you're giving your attention to. 3. Are unable to let go. You've probably heard that in order to manifest things that you want, you first need to let go and allow. If you've heard that before but haven't had any real explanation to go with it, then you're probably going to be left a little confused. Allow me to enlighten you. We create using the law of attraction with 2 different times periods. You ask and then allow. You're in the asking mode when you're either observing things that you don't want, when you come up with a new thought about something you desire, or when you've been through an experience that was great and you want more of it. In these times of asking, you're not in the allowing mode, because when you ask, you give out a vibration that is, I don't have this thing that I want. When in the asking mode, that vibration is perfectly fine because that's the way it's meant to be. After you've asked, if you stay in the asking mode, you're not going to get what you want. This is where most people get stuck. Most people keep asking and asking and asking and asking for what they want. The more times you ask for the same thing, the further away you're going to be from having or experiencing it, because the message you keep sending out is I don't have this, and so the law of attraction aligns up what you send out. After we've asked for what we want, it is then our job to get into the allowing mode as soon as possible. The more time we spend allowing, the quicker and more manifestations will show up. So, what is allowing? Page 11. Allowing is feeling good about anything that makes you feel good. Allowing is thinking about your desire as if it's already here. Allowing is taking your attention away from not having what you want. Beliefs about yourself. The beliefs that you have can either serve you well, or not serve you at all. Your beliefs play a massive role in whether or not you're going to be able to keep hold of your manifestations or not. Using the methods in this report, you will be able to attract things that you want: money, love, cars, etc. However, if your beliefs don't match up, those manifestations won't stay around for long. A belief is simply a thought that you keep thinking over and over. Because you keep thinking them so much, it's very easy for them to crop up on an everyday basis and completely ruin your chances of your desires materializing. If you want to manifest more money, but you believe that only those who have had a lucky break have money, and then every time you observe someone wealthy, it reminds you of how unlucky you've been in life, then those thoughts are preventing you from experiencing more money. Clobbering those limiting beliefs is a must. Before you can clobber something, you need to know what it is first. On my website, I've set up some limiting belief detector worksheets which can assist you in determining what your limiting beliefs are around certain hot topics. You can download the free worksheets to help you identify your limiting beliefs at http://www.goodtofeelgood.com/limitingbeliefdetectors/. After you have a better idea of what your beliefs are, you need to start clobbering them. Remember, a belief is just a thought that you keep thinking over and over again. The obvious method is to simply change what you keep thinking. You can do this by talking yourself out of the negative thought and practicing more positive thoughts. Page 12. Talk your way to abundance. Most of your negative thoughts will come when you allow yourself to feel miserable. There is only one person in the world who can make you feel miserable, and that person is you. Some still believe that they are made to feel this way by the actions of another. That is just shaking the responsibility onto somebody else. Because we are all born with free will, you get to decide how you feel and you get to decide what you let affect you. You get to choose whether having more money makes you feel awesome inside, or whether you feel anger when someone insults your mother. You get to decide it all. The sooner you take responsibility for how you feel, the easier it will become for you to attract more of what you want and less of what you don't want. When someone with a negative attitude shoots you down, more often than not the first thing to happen is for you to respond with some form of defense. The next thing that will happen is that you will begin mental chattering about the situation. He shouldn't have said that to me. How dare she? I wish they'd just. It is in this moment when your vibration is being negatively affected. Your thoughts are affecting the way you feel, and the way you feel is changing your vibration, which means more unwanted stuff is on its way. No one can actually affect your vibration except for you. In this very moment when you're involved in mental chatter, you're allowing the negative comments to affect you, and thus you begin talking about it. Just a little bit of this and you will begin to feel pretty miserable. The next time this situation arises and you begin the mental chatter, stop where you are and begin talking yourself out of it. To talk yourself out of the negativity isn't a hard thing to do, but it just requires a little bit of time and effort. The way to do it is to find a thought that feels better than the one you currently have in your mind. Begin by asking yourself what your current focus point is. What was the last thought you had? How do you feel right now? Page 13. Here's an example to better explain this. I feel miserable because he said I was wasting my time. Now from this starting point you must find a thought that feels just a little bit better. We're not looking for a thought like everything is wonderful and I love life. You're looking for a thought that is real and accessible to your current situation. Maybe it would be, I don't think I'm wasting my time, and that is what counts. Carry on with this game. From your new starting point of I don't think I'm wasting my time, try and find a thought that feels a little bit better. But he always says things like this to me. Does this new thought feel better or worse than where we just were? To me it feels worse, so you need to stop giving your attention to this new thought and go back to I don't think I'm wasting my time. Try once again to find a better feeling thought. Thoughts that make you feel worse will show up, especially if you're new to this game. Just remember, your job and focus should be on finding thoughts that make you feel better, not worse. So keep at it until a better feeling thought pops into your mind. By spending just a little time and effort looking for thoughts that make you feel better, the law of attraction will line you up with those thoughts that you desire and deliver them to you in a flash. The better you get at doing this, the quicker you'll find that you can move out of the situations that make you feel miserable and move into feelings that make you feel good. The more you ponder thoughts that make you feel good, the more good things are being attracted to you. Page 14. You've got it all wrong. Have you ever wondered what is the best process that can manifest all of your heart's desires using the law of attraction? I'm about to tell you. The best process you can possibly do is the one that feels most comfortable to you. I've observed many people not attracting what they want because they are doing the wrong processes for them. The law of attraction responds to your vibration, which is primarily influenced by your feelings. If you set up a vision board, but you don't really like making vision boards, or if finding pictures in magazines and from the internet isn't the thing you enjoy most, then making a vision board is the wrong process for you. Maybe you prefer to write? Maybe doing an appreciation journal each morning would be more beneficial and would help you raise your vibration more than a vision board ever could. Law of attraction processes are only tools that can help you get into alignment with your desires. They should not be seen as processes that if you do them every day for X amount of days then you'll manifest anything you want. It doesn't work like that. You manifest because of what your vibration is currently sending out. Doing it for manifestation. This one chapter could make or break this law of attraction stuff for you once and for good, so I hope you're ready to receive one of the best lessons I've ever learned about the law of attraction. If you truly understand this and really get it, then I am confident that you will turn yourself into a very powerful conscious creator who designs their life blissfully and effortlessly. Just the way it was meant to be. If you spend time visualizing your desires in order for them to manifest, almost always, they will never materialize. Why? The universe responds your vibration, not your thoughts. Page 15. When you visualize the car, the home or more money and have the intention of only doing it because you wanted to manifest it, it will almost never happen. Think of it like this: when you visualize and get into the feeling place of your desire, but the only reason you're doing it is because you want it to materialize, you're sending out two different vibrations. The one vibration is the positive good vibration that is feeling good about the car, home or more money. This is a positive and wonderful vibration to send out because it means you're moving closer to what you want. The other vibration that is being sent is similar to I don't have what I want, so I'll visualize to get it. Can you see how these two vibrations cancel each other out? That second vibration completely cancels out all of your work. It is your continuous attention to lack and non-expectation that undoes your hard work. When you want more money desperately and you do your meditations, visualizations and create your vision boards all for the purpose of attaining more money, almost always, the manifestation will never occur. If you can truly grasp this, then you will transform yourself into a manifestation butterfly. Working out what you want. Deciphering what you want from any area of your life is as easy as looking at what you don't want and flipping it over. We're conditioned to giving our attention to the things that we don't want, which is why the majority of people are not living a happy, deliberately created lifestyle. But it doesn't have to be this way. The sooner you can work out what you should be giving all of your attention to, the quicker your circumstances can change. I've put together a quick and easy exercise that can help you in working out what it is that you want to live. Take a look at the example on the next page. Page 16. Simply list everything that you don't like around the subject of money. As you can see in the example above, there are many things that this person doesn't like about their money situation. Next, we need to work out the polar opposite of what we don't like so that we can figure out what we do like. Here's how it's done. Page 17. This way of working out what we do want is very simple and should be quite easy for you. If you feel a little confused about what you should be giving your attention to, I highly recommend you spend some time figuring out exactly what you do want from the 5 main areas of your life. I've provided some fill-in-the-blank printable documents that can help you with this. You can download the Working Out What You Want worksheets here. http://www.goodtofeelgood.com/whatyouvant/. What is a vibration? Everything that you see, hear, smell, taste and touch in our world is energy. Your body is energy, your cells are energy, the paper you're reading this report from is energy. Everything is energy. Energy is everything. Energy cannot be created, nor can it be destroyed. It can, however, transmute into different forms. The physical objects we have in our world are all vibrating at different frequencies. It's the same as music and sounds. A sound has a certain sound wave that is unique to that sound. A physical object has a vibrational frequency that is unique to that object. The only difference between a fingernail and a thumb is the different speed in which the energy is vibrating. Because everything has a vibration, it also means that the non-tangible things we experience in life have their own unique vibration too. This means that your thoughts and feelings have their own vibration. We have hundreds of different names for our emotions, yet all of the emotions that we experience can be labeled under 2 categories. Good or bad. Page 18. Regardless of what thought you think, or what emotion you feel, it will carry either a good or bad vibration. If all of your thoughts and emotions are all good vibrations, then those vibrations will determine what your future experiences will be because of the law of attraction. That which you give your attention to, will be drawn into your life experience. Vibrations are at the crux of everything. Once you've grasped the fact that everything has a vibrational frequency, you can begin to deliberately ensure that you are maintaining a positive good vibration by doing only things that will either raise or maintain your vibration. Raising your vibration. This is where you should start experiencing the most joy you can ever possibly have. Raising your vibration means experiencing as much joy as you can. As I mentioned earlier, every emotion you experience can be categorized under two headings. Either good or bad. All of those emotions that you consider to be good, love, joy, happiness, contentment, etc. are signs that you're in alignment with your desires. Your job is to maintain those feelings and to constantly feel better. There are quite literally dozens and dozens of different ways you can raise your vibration. I've listed some of the most common vibration raisers below. Meditation. When you meditate, you release your thoughts and move into a far more relaxed state. This process is very helpful because whenever you release thoughts, you're no longer resisting your desires. As you no longer resist your desires, your vibration begins to raise. Visualization. Giving yourself a few minutes of quiet time where you can visualize already having your desires materialized is invaluable. I recommend this practice highly and have experienced excellent results. Affirmations. Affirmations can be very powerful once used over long periods of time. Stating positive, present tense statements to yourself on a regular basis will help you to believe the affirmations as true. Recommended resource. You Can Heal Your Life. The movie. Page 19. Vision board. Creating and observing your own vision board is a great way to remind yourself of your desires and the feelings you have for them. To create a vision board, simply collect some images about your desires that make you feel good from the internet or magazines and create a collage. Appreciation journal. This is a journal that you complete once per day. List all of the things that you are appreciative for on the day. Once you've completed a list, I recommend going over each item on your list and spending a few seconds thinking about the feelings as to why you appreciate it so much. Please remember that these processes are just that, processes. If you do them, there is no guarantee anything will ever materialize. The guarantee of materialization can only occur when you are in true alignment with your desires. Some other vibration raisers you may like to try are walking, reading, swimming, painting, playing with your pet, dinner with friends, listing your desires, music. Of course, these should only be done if they feel good to you. I'm sure you can come up with dozens more things that you enjoy doing that do raise your vibration and maintain your positive vibrations. These processes can be useful in helping you to become aligned with your desires, but should not be seen as if you complete them then you will manifest your desires. The feelings you expel on a consistent basis is what will ultimately determine what you attract into your life experience, not the processes. Are you selfish enough? Are you selfish enough to feel good and to maintain a high vibration regardless of what is happening in the outside world? Are you selfish enough to switch the television off when watching a movie that makes you feel fearful, angry, sad, and any other negative emotions? Are you prepared to cut off a conversation with a loved one or friend when they start telling you about their problems in life? Are you ready to make the decision that feeling good is the most important thing to you? Page 20. If you're not prepared to make this decision, then you must accept that whenever you give your attention to something that is unwanted, you will attract more of it into your life. We are conditioned to believe that being selfish is a bad thing. But allow me to put this into perspective. You cannot help someone who is vibrating at a lower vibrational level. Only these people can bring themselves out of a negative vibration. You cannot change someone's vibration. You only have control over your own. With that said, do you feel you'd be of more help to someone if you become an example for them, and show them a different way of existing? Or do you feel that by lowering your own vibration and giving your attention to their problems, you are helping them? Personally, I prefer to teach by example. I'm selfish enough to only do activities that bring me more joy, not less. If you're serious about creating a life deliberately, then you're going to have to make the decision that nothing is more important to you than that you feel good. Consistency is the key. Even if you become a master of raising your vibration and getting into alignment with what it is you are wanting, nothing will materialize unless you can consistently maintain those high vibrations. The law of attraction will not match you up instantly with every thought you think. Instead, there is a buffer of time which allows you to work out what it is that you really want in detail. Consistency is the key to your success. One of my first ever deliberate manifestations materialized after I did a 20-minute meditation and visualization session every day for 1 month. My desire at the time was to find a new income source, and from just a few minutes every day, I created exactly what I wanted. The consistent effort of seeing what I wanted as if it was already here, helped me to generate some powerful feeling emotions which ultimately aligned me with my desire, and so it materialized. Get consistent. Do whatever it takes for you to feel good consistently every day. Page 21. Nothing is more important than feeling good. All throughout this report, I've made mention to feeling good and how important feeling good really is. I cannot stress enough how life-changing this one principle can be. If you truly start doing things that make you feel good, you will walk into a life full of bliss and abundance. No exceptions. Every time you feel good inside, you're vibrating a pure positive energy that will attract back to you everything that you consider to be good. It is entirely possible to manifest your way out of any bad experience by simply feeling good. Turn your attention to anything that makes you feel good, and you'll become aligned with what it is you are wanting. Or, if it feels wonderful for you to do so, give your attention to what it is that you want to manifest and pretend it is already here. Quick recap. With the wisdom within this report, you should now have a clear understanding of what you need to do in order to create the life you deserve to live. Let us recap the key takeaway points of this report. Letting go is vital to your success as a deliberate creator of your experience. You let go by releasing the wanting for your desire. Wanting is the opposite vibration to having. There are two methods of getting into alignment with your desires. Give your attention to the having and experiencing of your desire as if it is already here, or feel good about anything that makes you feel good. When you're in alignment, your work is to stay there and to enjoy the experience. Ensure that you pay your feelings a lot of attention. When you feel good, you're moving towards something joyous. When you feel bad, you're moving towards something that you will not want to experience. Page 22. Identify your limiting beliefs using the limiting belief detector sheets and do whatever is necessary to change your beliefs around that subject. If you feel that you do not deserve money, look for reasons as to why you do deserve it by talking your way into abundance whenever you notice those repeating thoughts pop into your mind. Never spend time visualizing or doing manifestation processes in order to manifest something that you want. If you do, you will likely never create what it is you're wanting because you will be sending two conflicting vibrations. On the one hand, you're sending a vibration that you do not already have this thing you want. And on the other hand, you're sending a vibration of experiencing what you want. These two vibrations cancel each other out. Instead, see your desires as if they are already here for the sheer pleasure and joy that it brings you to do so. Feel good as much of the time as you can by doing only things that bring you more joy. Consistency is key to your success. Form positive habits and repeat processes that feel good every single day. By maintaining a high vibration, you will remain aligned with your desires and so they will materialize into your experience. Page 23. Create your dream life. This report is just the first one of a series of free reports and videos that I intend to release over the next few months. If you enjoyed this report, and if you find it beneficial, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could share it with your friends, which is where they can download a copy of this report and also stay updated via email as to when new reports are made available. If you received this report from a friend, and if you'd like more free content, please go to the link above and join my email list so I can keep in contact with you. I deliberately create my own life using the principles and methods discussed in this report. A few years back, I wouldn't have thought it possible, but today I'm living the dream. If I can do it, so can you. Speak soon. Gary Evans. You can direct your friends to http://www.goodtofeelgood.com/law of attraction/